That's real love. I'm going to love you.
You
Sorry, I'm going to love you without conditions. You know what I'm saying? And and be there, and I don't necessarily want anything from you or expect anything from you. And that kind of concept is really hard for people to understand, because they think love is just an action, but
do
you
you
are
think?
love.
Do you, not
You
to cut you
understand?
off? Do you have you experienced this love that you speak of?
Now, and I had to go through something crazy in order for me to step outside of myself and say, how did you get in this position right here? And once I had that idea, that's when everything changed. Because I said, okay, you're a grown-ass adult. You're in this position that you don't want to be in. This happened. How the hell did you attract that?
Yeah,
And
I've
then
been asked. I've been faced with that question many a time.
I had to take a look at myself. And then the longer I stood in healing, and I was single, I'm like, okay, I started developing a better relationship with myself. I started understanding where I had myself fucked up, because I wasn't fair in that situation either.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to control, and I didn't trust. And I saw all of it. Everybody sees everything from jump. We are not stupid beings. Our spiritual beings are strong. We downplay it mentally.
Now, one of my clients sent me this video because she wanted me to give my perspective on unconditional love. Because at one point, she felt she had the same concept as this lady did about love. Now, before I get into the concept of love, let me just say that she came on strong at the end of this clip when she said that she had to take time out to heal herself, because that's a major part of loving yourself. Loving yourself is all about healing from broken relationships, correcting the faults that you had in the relationship, and seeking to understand what love actually is so you can love yourself in that way. And the next time you get into a relationship, you can have that person love you in the way that you need to be loved. Now, her concept on love has the potential to get her hurt again. But I'll get into that right after I make this point. Because she was also wondering, how was she putting herself in the position to be in a bad relationship? Like, what was it that made her keep attracting these bad men? But she's a gorgeous woman, so she's attracting all types of men. She's attracting ugly men, handsome men, toxic men, good men. She was probably just choosing to be with the wrong man. And even Joe Budden agreed, because he get the same question. He get the question of why you keep attracting the same type of woman. But he's attracting all types of women. He's attracting the feisty women, the crazy women, the good women. But he just probably choosing to be with them feisty ones. Now let's dive into this concept of unconditional love. Because a lot of women believe in unconditional love. They believe that love is doing something for someone and not expecting anything or wanting anything in return. But if you notice, when Joe asked her, has she experienced this kind of love? She said no. And that's because men don't love unconditional. We love with conditions. For example, if you done half of the hurtful things to him that he has done to you, you know he will be gone. So men, even toxic men, love with the condition of you not treating him the same way he's treating you. Because if you do, even though he's the toxic one, he's going to be gone. So this is the reason why a lot of women constantly get hurt, because they believe in this concept of unconditional love. But love will always need expectations, wants, and conditions. And here's the reason why. Ladies, when you give a man the opportunity to be with you, you should want him to be able to do the basic things to make you happier. Realize what I just said. Happier, not happy. Because you should already be in a happy place with yourself before you even start dating. But when you do start dating and you loving and doing things for this man, you should want that same thing in return. But when you believe that love is not wanting anything in return, then you can't complain about him not reciprocating. Now, let's talk about love with no expectation. You shouldn't even be trying to love a man without the expectation of him respecting you and the relationship. Because you can't be the only one in the relationship being committed, being loyal, and doing what it takes to be in it. And the way you love him, you should expect him to love you in that same way. So if you're not getting that same love in return, then all love needs to be lost. And you need to be singing, "Love don't live here anymore." But when you believe love is doing something for someone and not expecting anything in return, that's when you allow yourself to be disrespected and used as you continue to love him. Last but not least, let's talk about how love is not loving someone unconditionally. Ladies, this is what you should be telling men. So repeat after me. How am I supposed to love you unconditionally when I have terms and conditions for you to sign off on and agree to before I even think about entering a relationship with you? Think about it. We sign terms and conditions all the time when we want the service of a company. And if we don't sign off on these terms and conditions, we can't even enter into a relationship with this company to get the service. And if we don't agree to it, that company is willing to let us walk. So this is the problem with a lot of women. Now, I know it may seem like I'm picking on y'all right now, but the number one reason that women think that love is unconditional is because a lot of y'all don't have any terms and conditions that a man has to agree to before y'all are giving him all of your love. Y'all are literally out here with men that y'all are unhappy with, but have the nerve to be giving him unconditional love. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about unconditional love and love with conditions down in the comments. And y'all follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Quote Oneself. And I'll catch y'all later.